Oh, geeky. What's up, folks? It's me, yours truly, Brand Murphy here. You folks may also know me as LP Brandon from Twitch.tv. And if you folks don't know that or even remember that, then it sucks to be you. As today, folks, I'm gonna give you folks I'm gonna feed you guys even guys and let me rephrase that. I'm gonna feed you gentlemen and ladies. And even you gentlemen and ladies with young little kids out there about something that both Nostalgia Critic, JonTron, and even this group I've been seeing called BattleGeekPlus. Press start to be awesome. And that vote and that stuff I'm going to talk to you folks about is none other than emulators. But what is emulators, Brand Murphy? I'm about to explain that to you, Tails, in a minute. So, what are emulators is a good question that Tails folks even asked me. And you folks are probably going to ask me the same question. What is emulators? Well, I looked up on Google what year did the emulators release? Well, good question. To bring me back a history to a time when I was around 14 through 18 years old, maybe 20, maybe even 21 years old. Who knows? But anyways, the emulators, I do believe, came around maybe my junior through senior year. And I did not know what they were until I visited my neighbor across the hall. And this was folks, yes, I'm talking about folks that year and time before I even moved to this here complex. And I am folks now living in this complex. But I'm talking about folks back when I was with my family's household around my junior through senior to my senior year and even through my 5th grade year where emulators released. And what year are we folks talking about, you folks ask? Well, let me folks go back to that. I think I started high school since 2008 through 2010, maybe 12, perhaps. But then and at first I did not know what an emulator was until I saw my neighbor across the hall, no, down the street actually, playing emulators like Jets or SNES 9X or maybe, I don't know, Visual Boy, maybe even Dolphin, that and Robin, excuse me, Ravan was telling me about during at work, which this was like after 2015 through the 17th year. But besides all that, I'm folks talking about emulators such as SNES and Genesis, and then finally we folks had a competition just like just like this group, BattleGeekPlus, press start to be awesome. Stated is that we had full competition. Yes, we had Nintendo versus Sega competing against each other. But that's when all of a sudden, boom! PlayStation came around, and then all of a sudden, here comes fucking Sega Dreamcast, and even after that came Nintendo 64 and Nintendo GameCube, and so on and so forth. But what did actually happen to Sega? Well, they decided to shake hands and decided to be buds or be friends. But it doesn't end there, folks. And gentlemen and ladies, and even gentlemen and ladies with kids out there, who has kids out there, you'll be surprised to witness what I'm about to show you. So, emulators. It's a good thing I have this giggle to help me out here. Oh my gosh. Don't give a shit. Okay, so what are emulators? Tails, and even you fans out there will probably ask. Well, again, and I quote, I did not know this until 2012, maybe 2013, but yeah, to answer you guys' question out there. No, wait, I remember. I was at high school from 2008 through 2011. There we go. But then I continued during 2012 as a fifth year student, and so on and so forth. Kind of like Harry Potter. But anyways, I think emulators started around, I don't know, 2010, maybe 2009, I guess. And even during 2014 through 15, no, throughout 2014 through the present time, which we are not sure when I'll stop asking this. But what are emulators? Speaking of which, that was when the time one of the employers, no, excuse me, let me rephrase that. One of the supervisors I worked at, folks, namely Disability Resources and Media Computers, they've been asking me that question. What is an emulator? Well, here's the answer to this. Here's the answer to actually all of our fucking questions that you folks out there don't have to keep on asking me, or even anybody out there, including, and yes, I'm gonna say his name because after a while I've been asking Vicious Assassin's friend Blaze Rizagat, in which they both still hate me for what I've done in the past. But now this is the present, this is the time, this is the year where I will be done talking to them for good. Doesn't mean that I am going to be removing them off my friends list on Discord. It's just that I am moving on, I am letting them do their own thing, I do my own thing, and that is all this here. Reaction videos, let's play videos, and so much more to entertain you all. But anyways, this video that I'm gonna share with you folks about is what is emulators. So here we go. And according to according to the Video Game Council Emulator Wikipedia, it simply answers our question by giving us this long and brief detail dialogue. So better turn those thinking caps on, folks, and so on and so forth, because by the time I'm finished reading this, you will, folks, not forget this. No, you will forget on questioning me and everybody else out there, including Blaze vs. Cat, and many others out there, including Vassar and Ravan, on what an emulator is. So here I go. What is an emulator? Well, again, folks, according to Wikipedia, and again, and I quote, I did not know this. I did not know what emulators were until 2010 or 2011. But anyways, this is what the Wikipedia tells us about the Video Game Console emulators. A video game console emulators is a type of emulator that allows a computing device to emulate video game consoles, hardwares, and play its game on an emulator platforming system. So we're folks talking about, like, say goodbye to Nintendo, say goodbye to Super Nintendo, say goodbye to Sega, say goodbye to Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, and Sega Saturn. Those are way gone. Even folks say goodbye to Nintendo, GameCube, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy. No. Even the Nintendo GameCube and all that. Because this has everything now that will answer our question. So by that, folks, actually, they're talking about folks, since Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, and even Nintendo Wii systems are out of the picture, we can now use their idea by just combining our emulator ideas with the game consoles and combine them together. And that is what it is, folks. So basically it's kind of like, I have, actually, you know what, folks, let me show you what I have in the background, shall we? Okay, so here, folks, I have a list of games, yes, but the games I want to show you folks today are Dolphin, which that's a Nintendo GameCube and Nintendo Wii system emulator, as well as, folks, what else do I have here? I also have SCEUX, which is another way of saying a Nintendo emulator. Next, I have Gens, but I called it, folks, Genesis Games and Emulators. And then, let's see, finally we come to SNES 9X, and even Project 64 Key. They're all there. Alright? Oh, and who can forget this emulator? Visual Boy Advance. Okay? So, that's basically what it is. Emulators. And continuing on with this here dialogue, it tells us that that more often than not, emulators carry additional features that surpasses the limitations of original hardware, such as broader controller compatibility,
timescale controls, greater performances, clearer quality, easier access to memory modifications, like Game Shark, one-click cheat codes, and unlocking of gameplay features.
And we're folks talking about you in emulators such as these. You can customize your controls. You could
Have a lifespan of using those controls, seeing better, and even see the awesome performance that the people that made these emulators do. And not only that, but yes, like they stated right here, where it says easier access to memory modifications like Game Shark, just one-click cheat codes, and unlocking of gameplay features. They are folks talking about that you can even cheat your way in the emulator games. Kind of like ZSNES, where you folks can speed run through the game or go back to the game and even load state, save state, whatever. And that's one way of cheating the game. The other way of cheating the game is if you folks are using Project 64 Key or Dolphin that folks are or Ravon has. Just like me, I too folks also have it. Blaze Rizzacat has it. I'm not sure about the other person, Vicious Assassin, or even Vivian Grismer have it, but anyway, point is, if you folks have Project 64K or even fucking goddamn Dolphin, you can cheat your way just by using that Game Shark. No, think Game Shark like you're cheating your way through the game. You can use cheat codes, or any of the sort in Project 64K or even Dolphin, and say, "Oh yeah, I just beat it. I'm Randy Savage and I just beat this motherfucking game with my cheats and everything like that." Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Emulators are also a useful tool in development process of homebrew demos and creations of new games for the older, discontinued, or more rare consoles. And we're talking about for someday in the future, which I'm hoping the company that made a lot of emulators, they will folks make more, such as folks the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo 3DS, and so on and so forth. Anyways, the code and data of a game are typically supplied to the emulators by means of a ROM file. But my way of folks are calling, and even all you folks out there call it ROM. And what is a ROM? Well, a ROM is a copy of a game cartridge data, or an ISO. That's right, folks, I'm saying ISO, because nobody says ISO image anymore, so they call it, folks, ISO, which is a copy of optical media. So, folks, think, for example, what if you folks want to play, I don't know, Super Smash Bros. Melee, or even something further on for the Dolphin emulator, or even the PlayStation or the Xbox emulator, you folks need ISO files to play those games. But ROM files such like, oh, I'm gonna play some Sonic Advance 3, or I'm gonna play some fucking Sonic Battle, or fucking
Super Mario, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3. It goes on and on and on, folks, believe me. That's what ROM is. And which is a no, in which is created by either regular optical drives reading the data or specialized tools. The game cartridges. Most games retain their copyright despite the increasing time span of original system and products discontinuation. This leaves regular consumers and emulation enthusiasts to resort to obtain games freely across various internet sites rather than legitimately purchasing and ripping the contents. And by that, folks, we're like talking about we're gonna fucking rip off Super Nintendo. We're gonna fucking rip off Nintendo. We're gonna fucking rip off Microsoft. We're gonna fucking rip off Sony PlayStation. And we're gonna, most importantly, folks, fucking rip off Sega. Just by using their, again I quote, and this is what the emulation enthusiasts are thinking. Hey, let's combine Sonic. Let's combine Sega. Let's combine Sega, Super Nintendo, and even Nintendo, and even PlayStation and Xbox, and even arcade makers, and make a fucking emulator out of them. To resort in obtaining game freely across the very. Oh wait, I already read that. That being said though, this is becoming popular for legitimate owners. And by legitimate owners, we're talking about folks, us, that we are using their emulators. We are using the emulation enthusiasts emulators to test and play these goddamn emulators out. As an alternative, specialized adapters such as Retrilled allowing emulators, and again, and I quote, just like folks FZX or even Gens or even Project 64K or even folks SNEX, wherever the hell that is, there we go, SNES 9X, or even Virtual Boy Advance, to directly to directly access the data on game cartridges without needing to copy it or, well, like, you know what, borrow Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and even the GameCube and Nintendo Wii's ideas into a ROM image first. So, boom! Boom, boom! There you folks have it, folks. That is what an emulator is, and if you folks want, you can get the things off the web. Okay? Because here's what I'm saying. Most people out there, like a supervisor once told me that emulators are illegal. No! You can kiss that. Emulators are illegal bullshit. Goodbye. And say, actually, yeah, they are legal, bitch. They are legal, people. We can play these emulator games as so much and as far as we don't get in trouble by the government or the CIA or even the FBI or many other people out there that's watching us playing emulator games. Okay? So, they folks go and have it. So, yeah, tune in, folks. Like I stated earlier this afternoon, Tune in, folks, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, as I will be folks sharing you folks out there another reaction and let's play video of something. Okiki. Till then, I'm yours truly, Brian Murphys, here on YouTube, saying goodbye, visiting, bonsoir, sayonara, and all that jazz. And as the artists put say in their song, keep it simple. Okiki.